Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Bugs, Buzz, and Beyond. Today, we're diving into the world of one of the tiniest yet most fascinating creatures on our planet, the tardigrade, also known as the water bear or moss piglet. These microscopic marvels are famous for their ability to survive in conditions that would obliterate most other forms of life. From the frozen tundras to the vacuum of outer space, these tiny creatures have conquered it all. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video for some fun trivia questions to test how much you've learned. Tardigrades are microscopic animals that belong to their own unique phylum, Tardigrada, which means slow steppers. These fascinating creatures have been around for an astonishing 500 million years, surviving multiple mass extinction events, including the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. Despite being tiny, most tardigrades measure between 0.3 and 0.5 millimeters long. They are remarkably complex. Their segmented bodies are protected by a cuticle, and they have 8 stubby legs tipped with tiny claws, which they use to crawl through their environments. These organisms are so diverse that over 1,300 species of tardigrades have been identified so far, each with unique adaptations that allow them to thrive in different conditions. The story of tardigrades begins in 1773, when a German zoologist named Johann August Ephraim Goos first discovered these peculiar creatures. He described them as little water bears because of their slow, lumbering movements and bear-like body shape. A few years later, Italian scientist Lazzaro Spallanzani conducted detailed studies on their ability to survive extreme dehydration, which sparked curiosity about their resilience. Over the centuries, tardigrades have continued to intrigue scientists, and ongoing research has revealed just how extraordinary these microscopic organisms are. From their ancient origins to their modern-day appearances in space experiments, tardigrades have cemented their place as one of nature's most incredible creations. If you're wondering where these little creatures live, the answer might surprise you. Tardigrades are everywhere. They're most commonly found in damp environments like mosses, lichens, and leaf litter, but they can also be discovered in some of the most extreme places on Earth. From the deepest ocean trenches to the icy heights of the Himalayas, tardigrades have adapted to almost every habitat imaginable. So the next time you're examining a patch of moss in your backyard, you might just be looking at a tiny community of these incredible creatures. Now, let's talk about why tardigrades are often called the ultimate survivors. These tiny animals can withstand conditions that would destroy almost any other life form. Imagine enduring temperatures as low as negative 458 degrees Fahrenheit or as high as 304 degrees Fahrenheit. Not impressed yet? Tardigrades have also survived the vacuum of space, intense radiation, and crushing pressures that are 6 times greater than the deepest point in Earth's oceans. And they do all of this with the help of a fascinating process called cryptobiosis. When faced with extreme conditions, tardigrades lose almost all of their water, curl into a tiny ball, and essentially shut down their metabolism, entering a state of suspended animation. In this form, they can remain dormant for decades, even up to 30 years, until conditions improve. It's as if they hit the ultimate pause button on life. Even though tardigrades are famous for their extreme survival skills, their day-to-day lives are surprisingly low-key. These creatures mostly feed on plant cells, algae, and tiny microorganisms. Some species, however, are more carnivorous and prey on other microscopic animals. Using their specialized mouthparts, tardigrades pierce plant cells or other tiny organisms and suck out the nutrients. This simple but effective feeding behavior helps maintain balance in their microscopic ecosystems, proving that even the smallest creatures play important roles in nature. In 2007, tardigrades were thrust into the spotlight when they became the first animals to survive the harsh environment of outer space. Scientists sent these microscopic wonders into orbit and exposed them to the vacuum of space, freezing temperatures, and high levels of cosmic radiation. Against all odds, many of them survived and even reproduced afterward. This groundbreaking discovery has sparked interest in studying tardigrades as a model for understanding how life might survive in extraterrestrial environments. Who knows? The humble tardigrade could one day help us unlock the secrets of interstellar travel and colonization. Tardigrades are full of surprises. For example, they've been to the moon, sort of. In 2019, a spacecraft crash-landed on the moon while carrying thousands of tardigrades. While we can't confirm whether they're still alive, it's an intriguing possibility. Another fun fact: tardigrades aren't immortal, but they can survive in their ton state for up to 30 years without food or water. Lastly, tardigrades have been around for over 500 million years, making them one of the most ancient creatures still living today. Talk about longevity. Tardigrades may be small, but their story is nothing short of extraordinary. These resilient creatures remind us that even the tiniest forms of life can have a massive impact. Before you go, let's test your knowledge with some trivia based on today's video. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.